Hi Scorpio, welcome to your September 2019 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. I'm going to be doing my typical tarot spread for the month of September, and I'm going to cap off the reading with an Earth Magic Oracle card. I could have sworn I did your sign already, but I looked on my list and on my playlist it looks like it's not there, so we gotta do what we gotta do. Wow, you have some great cards. And this is really connected to work matters. You know, it's so funny because it goes along with the astrology. I'm recording this on the full moon in Aquarius on August 15th. And the sun is, still in Leo. And Leo is your 10th house of career. And this is like career stuff here. Usually, if I ever get like a preponderance of cards in one theme, it's usually love. But in this case, it really is the sense of great career momentum. So we have here, as the heart of the matter, the Six of Wands. This is the card of taking your bow, of having your accolades, taking your victory lap, if you will. This card is, I believe, associated with Leo of all the fire signs. I guess you could be starting a relationship with a Leo. Definitely there's an attraction between Scorpios and Leos, even though they form a square. But I'm going to try to keep this more with the theme of career matters, money matters, because I do love readings. Although this month, just to let you know, I have a Twin Flames spread that I found online that I'm going to be doing, and I'm very excited. I might even do your sign as one of the first signs. I don't know much about Twin Flames, but I do know that people are very interested in that sort of thing. It seems like almost more so than soulmates. The concept, the little I know, doesn't really appeal to me too much in terms of I wouldn't necessarily want that in my life, but some people feel very drawn to that. So stay tuned for that. But in terms of your situation in September, this could be because you had a strong August. So it might just be more of the same. Yeah, because actually then, your 11th house is featured in September, your 11th and 12th houses. So that is certainly going to come into your life. It's funny, I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if you're doing these tarot readings in advance, it could be that you're actually reading for the current times, even though, you're supposed to intend it for a few weeks ahead. So typically I don't like to do readings too far in advance because of that, because of energetically, being connected to the period of time. But because of certain other factors like this, where you're watching it on, this particular company and how they've changed things, in order to even get views, I'm experimenting with different timing issues. So that's the only reason why. Normally I would do it a lot later. And in the past position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of, you could see the craftsman working on his craft. And he's very intent. He's trying to do the best job that he can. Sometimes this can also indicate training. So training for something, working your butt off for something, and then reaping the rewards. The Eight of Pentacles can also be very good for finances. So, and speaking of finances, second house for you is Sagittarius, and Jupiter went direct on August 11th in that house. So that may have also played a part in starting to get back up to speed and getting those blessings, getting that expansion on the tangible level. The higher message is the Ace of Pentacles. Now this can be like a new job, and you see, I want you to look at the door, because I think it's a spiritual message. It's saying that you're entering a new phase in your life, and you went through the door. You took the chance. You made up your mind that you were going to turn a page in your life. And so, you know, for a fixed sign like Scorpio, making changes isn't something that comes naturally to you, that you necessarily just take to very easily. But once you make up your mind to do something, you do it all the way. And that's what I see with the Eight of Pentacles, is that you just go in, all in. And you reap the rewards from it, because not only because you did the hard work, but you believed that you had more to offer. It's easy sometimes to get stuck in a rut because it's a familiar rut. It's harder to come to terms with the fact that you need to mix something up, that you need to get a new skill, that you need to maybe go to a new place of employment or start your own business. All of these things take the willingness to look at your life in a very, straightforward way, and not get caught up in the emotions of the disappointments that may have befallen you in the past. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even thinking about it. But we have here, what crosses you is the Ten of Swords. Now, this can be like a betrayal that happened, but the interesting thing about this is that this may have spurred you on to do better for yourself. So even like in a personal relationship, if there was some situation where if the Eight of Pentacles in relationship for you means that you were doing everything you could to keep a relationship together, and perhaps you have, you've done your part, and because of the other two cards on the top for relationships, I would say that it's more likely that you stayed with the same person, but that you have a new era where you are maybe seeing things in a better way, but like getting along again, starting to trust this person again, but you might still have those memories, and that could still kind of set you back sometimes, where you are happy and then you just think about those things. A fair number of people who have the Sun in Scorpio will have Mercury in Scorpio, and this will enhance that. But I have witnessed this with somebody whose Sun wasn't in Scorpio, who had Mercury in Scorpio, and had very hardened, crystallized resentment towards somebody that had done something that they feel was maybe unforgivable. I don't know, but definitely held a grudge for a very long time. I don't know if they still have, but those kinds of things can happen. And it's, to me, my take on it, because I don't have Mercury in Scorpio, but I'm very close to Scorpio with my Mercury. It's in Sag. I've had those kinds of feelings myself, where you think about somebody and the first thing you think about is how they dissed you, how they screwed you over. Excuse me. And my way of handling it is just to observe it, not to beat myself up and say, oh, I should be more forgiving and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't worry about that. I just live my life and feel my feelings. And I feel like that is the honest way to handle it, is not to try to be a saint, because it's either there or it's not. If you have resentment, you have resentment. You can try to, play mind games with yourself, but it's there. But not to give it undue emotion, not to go into the whole spiel. trying to be more dispassionate whenever possible. It will fade in time. If it's something that has happened, even like 5 years may not be that long ago. Especially as you get older, time just, gets away from us. But what's coming in is the Page of Wands, and this is good news. So the better it gets, the better it gets. And this is also a situation, you may be launching your own business. Wands energy is very entrepreneurial because it's very independent, individualistic. So for sure, this could be something that you're really having a uplifting conversation with somebody, email from somebody that makes you even more lit up. And so that, like the law of attraction, you get these positive vibes going, and then you stoke them even higher, and then you get even more good stuff coming to you. And the outcome is the Page of Pentacles. So we got messages. This could be like of a material variety. Sometimes this can be like a small sum of money. For this, that's the card of the student, but maybe you get like a small business loan, a micro loan. Something that we have 2 pages here, so it could be the beginnings of something that is both of a financial variety, but also of a creative variety that connects you with this particular. I really think it's like even like your own business, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're doing both things. If you have career success working for somebody else and doing something on your own, maybe as an offshoot of that. So I hear the landscapers. I'm going to try to sneak in this Earth Magic card. Please pardon any background noises. Lake Stillness. Isn't that a pretty picture? I'm going to read from the booklet to try to give you a little bit of insight into what this card means, because I don't have this memorized, so I can't just go right to it. The tempo of life these days has sped up considerably, and definitely with fire energy, it's like kind of a lot of, I would say, movement. And there seems to be no end to this quickening pace. Immersed as we are in the technological whirlpool, there seems to be no escape. However, there is no need to be a prisoner to the hurry-up syndrome, nor is there a need to feel trapped by the awareness of the collective intensities that massive numbers of humans are experiencing these days. Oh, is this perfect or what? Listen to the next sentence. No matter if the noise is from your environment, landscapers, or your seemingly non-stop thinking, it is critical for you to seek stillness. Find it in your world, whether it is a special place in your home or a place in nature that is far from human-made noise. Oh gosh, do I wish I had that right now. Of particular importance is finding it inside yourself, which can be made easier by being in a quiet place in a natural setting. Doing so not only relaxes your mind, but also heightens your awareness and senses. Okay, well, synchronicity is real, folks. I hope that you enjoyed this, Scorpio. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. My website is rainandmoonastrology.com. Take care. Bye.